Alright, we're going to jump right into removing variable factors. So what happens when you start sprinkling in some variables? Well, one thing that might help you is this list right here. Okay, so take some time, write this down somewhere. But what's going on here, so if you want to push pause and write this down, that'd be a good idea, then I'll explain it. What's going on here is it kind of goes with that whole pair idea, okay? So x is a lone x. You can't really get out of the radical sign all by yourself. You need a square or a pair. Think about x squared, that's two x's, that's a pair. Two x's are going to make a regular x on the outside. 3 is a pair with a leftover. 4 is two pairs. 5 is two pairs with a leftover, okay? And then 6 is 3, 7 is 3 with a leftover. You kind of get the idea. So basically if it's an even, you got even pairs. They all are safe. They all make it out, so to speak. Not really even pairs, but you have enough to make pairs evenly, I guess you could say. And then if you have odds, you're always going to have that one left over. All right, so use this list. It's going to make your life really, really simple. All right, so we got to do the square root of 54. Shoot, I just did 56. I should have done 54. Okay, so we got to simplify the square root of 54, n to the 7. So what I like to do is I like to start myself with a blank radical, and then I actually like to do the variables first. Okay, so if I have 7 n's, okay, that's going to be 3 pairs with a single n left over on the inside. Okay, so if you think about it, that's 7 n's all in a row. Okay, and the only way to get out of the radical sign is if you're a pair or a square. Well, 7 has 3 pairs with 1 left over. Okay, so it's real easy. Again, refer to the chart. Okay, now we got to break down 54. 54, I think, is a multiple of 9. So let's see here, 54 divided by 9. Yeah, that's pretty good for me. So watch this. Square root of 54 is that. I'm going to go square root of 9 times 6. Sweet, same thing, okay? 9 is a perfect square, 6 is not. So I could rewrite u as the square root of 9 times 6, and then the square root of 9 is 3, and then 6 stays. All right, so basically the 3 makes it out, and then the 6 stays. All done, that's it. Okay, so again, I like to set myself up with a blank radical. Attack the variables first, because that's just counting by pairs. How many pairs do you have? 3 with 1 left over. And then 54, just like we did up here, break it down, try to look for one of those perfect squares, and if you're not a perfect square, you got to stay. Either you make it out or you stay, and the only way to get out is to be a perfect square. Some people or some teachers even make students do this. They break down 54 all the way. 54, basically just continuing to break down this, is 3 times 3 times 3 times 2, okay? 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times, so again, pair idea, okay? Look at that, the 3's make it out, 3 times 2 stays, it's a 6, okay? That's about it. Now look at this next one. I'm going to knock this one out really quick here. We have a negative m out in front, yeah, who cares? Okay, start with a blank radical, okay? So we have this m on the inside, that's 9, so that's going to be 4 pairs, okay? That's going to be 4 pairs with 1 left over. Friends, if it's odd, you're going to have 1 left over. Now, there's already 1 pair on the outside, and there's 4 pairs that make it out. So that actually would be 5 pairs totality, okay? So 1 already made it out. There's 9 on the inside. 4 more make it out, and then 1 stays. We'll deal with this negative later, so don't forget about the negative, okay? Save that for later. Okay, let's break down 80. Okay, 80. I think I can break you down, I think 16. Does 16 go into 80? Don't know off the top of my head. Let's hope so. Yeah, it does. Here we go. Okay, one of the perfect squares goes into it. Yep. 16 times 5. Square root of 16 is 4. And then 5, you're not a perfect square, so you got to stay. So the 4 makes it out, and the 5 stays. Okay, almost done. Oh, the whole thing was negative from the get-go. So there you go, all done. You're not going to see that a lot, but just in case you do have a negative on the outside, don't worry about it. If you have negative on the inside, you shouldn't even be able to do it in the first place. So again, that's it. See what makes it out, see what stays. When it comes to variables, pairs make it out, leftovers stay. Same thing with the numbers. If I broke down 80 even further, okay, that's 4 times 5. Okay, there's the pair, and then there's the lone wolf that stays. Okay, so that's it. That's how you do that. EE.2 will be some extra practice, but that's all you do for removing variable factors.